What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, today I want to talk to you about a big event that's going to be happening for Nintendo next weekend. And I'm sure some of you guys already know about this, but of course the event that I'm talking about is the Nintendo World Championships 2017. Now this is definitely going to be a really fun event, as if you don't know what the Nintendo World Championships is, it's basically when they get a group of people who are like really good at video games to compete in this like big tournament where they have a whole bunch of Nintendo games, and then ultimately we can find one champion who we can crown as the Nintendo World Champion. So it's a really fun tournament to watch, and it's a lot of fun. They did this a really long time ago, I think in like the 1990s, and then they sort of brought it back in 2015 at E3. If you guys remember E3 2015, we had a tournament as well for the Nintendo World Championships, so that was really cool. And I guess this year Nintendo wants to do it again as well, so now we're having another Nintendo World Championships that's going to be happening in 2017. So it's a lot of fun. Now usually how it happens is basically Nintendo has, I think, a group of people that they choose themselves that are really good. So I think if you guys watch the ones that happened in 2017, or not 2017, my bad, 2015, if you watch the Nintendo World Championships, then you guys know that there were a few people that Nintendo picked out themselves because maybe they were like speedrunners. I know they picked some people from like famous shows on YouTube and stuff, like if you remember Aaron from Game Grumps was there. So there's definitely some people that Nintendo choose themselves, but then also there's people that are just like casual fans and like really good at video games by Nintendo who also get a chance to compete and try to get into the tournament as well. And to do that, basically Nintendo just has a whole bunch of these Best Buy stores across the country that are open, and so you have to compete when you go to the Best Buy, and like there's a whole bunch of games and stuff, and like the better you are, the best chance you have of getting in. So that's pretty cool. They have like a handful of people that they choose, and then they've got a handful of people that are actually like fans and got into the tournament. So it's really fun to watch, and there's a lot of cool stuff that happens. But the thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is the possibility of us getting a big Nintendo announcement next weekend. Now the reason that I'm saying that we might get a big Nintendo announcement next weekend is because the Nintendo World Championships is definitely going to be a huge event for Nintendo, and I'm sure they know that there's going to be thousands of fans across the world that are going to be watching this event live. And so if you guys don't believe me, you can look at the video for the Nintendo World Championships that happened in 2015, and you guys can see right there that that video has over 3 million views. So whether you can't watch the event live, or even if you watch it after, Nintendo knows that there's going to be so many people that are Nintendo fans, or just like people around the world that are going to be watching this event. So that's why I'm saying that this would be the perfect time for Nintendo to show us some big type of announcement if they have anything, if they want to reveal something, if they want to show off something. This is the place to do it, because this is the place where they know there's going to be many people across the world that are going to be focusing on Nintendo, that are going to be watching this tournament, and so that gives them the perfect opportunity to showcase something really big. And so they have done this before, and I can think of stuff that they've shown off at the Nintendo World Championships in 2015 as well. So that's why I'm saying that there's probably a chance that we're going to see something big at this year's Nintendo World Championships as well. And so that's what I want to speculate with you guys on, like what we could see. So I've got a list of a few things that we could possibly see, and then also I'll just give you guys a little bit of my thoughts on the Nintendo World Championships. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that I have on this list is something that I know so many Nintendo fans have always wanted, and that is Mother 3. And now you might be thinking, well Aero, what makes you think that Mother 3 is going to be announced at the Nintendo World Championships? Now the only thing that makes me kind of think that Mother 3 might have a possibility is the fact that if you guys remember the Nintendo World Championships that happened in 2015, right before the show actually started, they had like a little pre-show, and one of the announcements that happened during the pre-show was the fact that Earthbound was going to be coming onto the Nintendo Wii U's Virtual Console. And so that made a lot of people seem like it's going to be really cool for how Earthbound is coming. So maybe that could mean that Mother 3 might be coming now as well. I don't know, guys. I mean, Nintendo has always been like sort of hesitant, or just like avoided the fact of having Mother 3 be like localized and stuff. I know so many times like Nintendo definitely knows that we want Mother 3. I think they just don't like to talk about it, or they don't want to do it or something. I don't really know what the reasoning is behind why they don't want to localize Mother 3, but Nintendo definitely knows that. I mean, just look at this clip right here.
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3!
How about this instead?
So yeah, you guys can see right here, Nintendo definitely knows that we want Mother 3, but I don't know if we're actually going to have it announced at the Nintendo World Championships. But considering the fact that Earthbound was announced in 2015, who knows what could happen. Now, going off of my last point, the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the possibility of Virtual Console on the Nintendo Switch. Now, so far, we already know that Virtual Console is going to be coming onto the Nintendo Switch sometime, but we haven't gotten any official information about it. And the reason that I'm saying that Virtual Console might be shown off on the Nintendo Switch at the Nintendo World Championships is because if you guys remember the Nintendo World Championships from 2015, Virtual Console actually had a really big part, as a lot of the games that they played in the World Championships were on Virtual Console that was on the Wii U. I know one of the games they played was like the original Zelda, and they had to go through and get the first Triforce piece, so that was like one of the things that they had to do. They also had Super Metroid, where they had to beat Mother Brain and escape the planet, so that was like another really big part of the Nintendo World Championships. They had Balloon Fight as well, so they had some good games on the Virtual Console. So I'm assuming that they're probably going to have some old school games at this year's Nintendo World Championships as well, and so that would be a perfect time to show off the Virtual Console that's going to be coming onto the Nintendo Switch. I think it would just make a lot of sense, so I would love to see the Virtual Console be revealed at the Nintendo World Championships. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is Super Mario Maker coming onto the Nintendo Switch. Now, so far, we've already seen a lot of Nintendo games come out on the Nintendo Switch, but we also know that there's a good amount of games that are getting ported to the Nintendo Switch as well. Even from third-party developers, we've gotten like Skyrim and we've gotten Doom and stuff like that coming to the Nintendo Switch, but also from Nintendo themselves. We got like Pokken Tournament, we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so some games are definitely being ported onto the Nintendo Switch. And I know one game that I'm sure a lot of you guys would love to see ported onto the Nintendo Switch is Super Mario Maker. And Super Mario Maker actually had a really big part in the Nintendo World Championships in 2015, as that was like the final event. If you guys remember that, they had to go through a whole bunch of levels that were created by the Nintendo Treehouse, so that was really cool, as some of those levels were really wacky and really challenging as well. So I think this would be a perfect time to reveal Super Mario Maker on the Nintendo Switch, if that's a thing. I think it would be really cool if they could once again show us some really wacky levels, and maybe if this is going to be like an enhanced port of Super Mario Maker, then they could show off some extra new things that are going to be in this port. I think this would be the perfect time to show off like new enemies. Maybe in this one, like maybe you could add Koopalings or something. Whatever the case may be, if they showed off all of that, I think that that would make a lot of people really hyped for Super Mario Maker. And I know some of you guys are probably going to talk about like how it's hard for Super Mario Maker to come onto the Nintendo Switch, as since the Switch doesn't have like a gamepad, you can't make the levels or something like that. But I think the way that they could just do this is really simple. Is if you're playing in handheld mode, you can play as a maker, as you're going to be able to use the touchscreen on the Switch and then like create the levels and stuff like that, and you can also play on the system as well. But if you're playing it in docked mode, then basically the only thing that you could do is play on it. So basically you're going to be a creator when it's in handheld mode, and you're going to be a player when it's in docked mode. Or I mean, they could have some type of mode in docked as well, where if you want to make levels, you could just use your joystick to drag a whole bunch of stuff, but that would probably take a really long time. Either way though, I think this would be the perfect time to show off Super Mario Maker on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so the next thing that I have on this list is something that I see no chance of happening, but I do want to mention it just in case something does happen, and that is Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch. Now obviously one of Nintendo's biggest competitive games is Super Smash Bros., and I think Nintendo knows for sure that we would love to see Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch, and even Reggie himself has said that Smash Bros. Will come sometime on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, he said that in like an interview. He's like, we always have Nintendo's biggest games appear once on the new Nintendo system, so he's like, pretty soon you will see Super Smash Bros. On the Switch. I just don't see it happening at this event, but I do want to mention it because I know some of you guys might comment that down below. I don't see it happening, as why would Nintendo show off so many of its biggest games this year and then like not have a lot to show next year? I think it would be really cool if they showed off Smash Bros. Next year, as that could be like their big title that everyone is really hyped for next year. I don't know why they would show it off this year, because we've already gotten so many big games like Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. Like if Nintendo just showed off a whole bunch of big games this year, then they're not going to have anything for the future of the Switch. So I don't see it happening, but it is something that I do want to mention in this video. Now the next thing that I want to mention is just the fact that we might get some type of third-party announcement as well. Now even though this is called the Nintendo World Championships, I think maybe before the show starts, or maybe if they do like a pre-show or something like that, they could show off some type of new third-party game or something like that if they want to make a big deal out of it as well. And I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date with the rumors for the Nintendo Switch games, but one of the third-party games that has actually been rumored to come out on the Nintendo Switch is Grand Theft Auto 5 from Rockstar Games. Now I know some of you guys might be saying, well Aero, how is this even possible? How are they going to get GTA 5 running on the Switch. But the reason that I'm saying that is because the person who actually is saying that this is rumored to come on the Switch is actually the person who's been pretty credible about the Nintendo Switch in the past. Now this is the person who told us that LA Noire was going to be coming onto the Nintendo Switch before LA Noire was officially revealed to be coming on the Nintendo Switch. So as soon as he said that, a lot of people were like, hey, this person got something right here. So that's pretty cool. I mean, this guy might be a little bit credible. Then he made another announcement after, and he said, oh yeah, I think I'm hearing rumblings of a Nintendo Direct happening on the 13th of September. So then everybody was like, okay, could this be true? I mean, he's gotten LA Noire right. Maybe he could be right about the Nintendo Direct. Sure enough, we got a Nintendo Direct announced for the 13th of September. And then he's saying now that GTA 5 is also going to be coming on the Switch. So could this person get 3 things right in a row? I don't know, guys, but I think that this guy is still pretty credible. Now, I'm not going to say for sure like he's 100% credible just because he's gotten 2 things right, but he's definitely very credible, as, you know, saying that he was able to get the date exactly right for the Nintendo Direct. That's pretty credible. I mean, I know some people could just say, oh yeah, I've been hearing that we might get a Nintendo Direct soon. Like, that's one thing to say, like, oh yeah, I think we're going to get a Direct soon, but the thing to actually get the date right and all of that as well, that's really credible, and that's something that definitely shows that he might have some inside information. So maybe we could get GTA 5 on the Nintendo Switch, or just some type of announcement of a big third-party game coming onto the Nintendo Switch. And finally, the last thing that I have on this list is a brand new game. Now, I think that we still have a chance of seeing a brand new game being revealed at the Nintendo World Championships. Now, this could be for the Nintendo Switch, it could also be for the 3DS, but I think that the chance of seeing a brand new game is still pretty likely, as we did see a brand new game revealed to us at the Nintendo World Championships in 2015. Now, it wasn't that cool of a game in my opinion, but this was a game called Blast Ball, where you had to get into like a robot suit and you had to shoot this ball into the opponent's goal. It was pretty cool, it looked kind of fun, but I mean, it wasn't that cool of a game in my opinion. So I think that there is a chance that we might get some type of new game announcement at this year's Nintendo World Championships as well. So who knows, maybe we could get some type of really cool new game that could be shown off at the Nintendo World Championships. Now, before I wrap up this video, I do want to give you guys my thoughts on the Nintendo World Championships, and I think that this is going to be a really fun event, guys, and I think you should definitely try to make sure that you can watch it live, as it's going to be a lot of fun. I remember watching the Nintendo World Championships in 2015, and I know that event was really fun for me. I loved how they did a thing with like Hungry Box coming on stage with Reggie, and they had like a little Smash Bros fight as well, so that was really fun to see that happen. They showed off some really fun games. I think it was a lot of fun just watching the Super Mario Maker finale at the end, just watching people play Smash Bros and Mario Kart. So I think this year there's definitely going to be a lot of fun games that are going to be at the Nintendo World Championships, and I think that a few games that I can name off the bat that I'm pretty sure are definitely going to be there is one is definitely going to be ARMS. I think Nintendo knows ARMS is like their brand new competitive game, and I think to promote that, ARMS is definitely going to be a game that I'm saying right now, I'm calling it, that ARMS is going to be shown off at the Nintendo World Championships. It's going to be one of the games. I think it's going to be like a fight or something, probably just like a normal match where you have to fight, but I think that ARMS will definitely be shown off there, probably Splatoon 2 as well. And as for Splatoon 2, I don't know if it's going to be like a competitive mode like Rainmaker or something like that. Maybe they could actually do a Salmon Run Splatoon 2 mode as well. Maybe like they give them Salmon Run at like a really high difficulty and they have to see how long you can survive or something like that. So who knows what could happen, but I think Salmon Run, or not Salmon Run, I think Splatoon 2 and I think ARMS have a big chance of appearing at the Nintendo World Championships, but I'm really hyped for that, guys. I think the Nintendo World Championships are going to be a lot of fun to watch, so I'm definitely going to be watching them. I think it's going to be a really good time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to click that like button. It really does help me out, and also comment down below on your thoughts for the Nintendo World Championships. Are you guys really hyped for them? Do you guys think that we could see a big announcement? Definitely let me know all of your thoughts down below. Definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm definitely going to have some more Nintendo content in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero if you ever want to tweet me something or ask me something. I'm usually able to reply to everyone on Twitter, so definitely go and follow me there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.